guys, MegaPineTree here, and today I'm bringing you Homefront. Yep, that's right. I picked up Homefront on the day it came out, and I'm a day behind, I know, but a lot of things, basically yesterday I was busy, so I was not able to upload a gameplay. And I actually, originally, funny story was that I wanted to do a live commentary of my very first multiplayer match, but that didn't work out because, for those of you who know, or who have Homefront, there's a whole server issue with it being flooded and everything, and so nobody could get on, or it was really hard to get into a multiplayer match, so that failed several times. But eventually I was able to get onto a server and record my first real gameplay, but I decided not to upload that. But if you guys want to see it, I have it and I can upload it, but it's like a short little, like maybe 5-minute gameplay, because I came in halfway during the game. And yeah, I mean, I think I went like 9-4 for it, and that was pretty good for my first game, so I'm not going to complain too much. But this is I don't know what game this is. I've played a lot. I'm like level 14 in this game right now. I'm level 21, I think, so I've been playing a lot. I actually thoroughly enjoy this game. As you see, I'm using the ACR with the holographic, and I mean, nothing special. I mean, it's whatever. But alright, my reviews, my thoughts. So far, let's just go with the campaign. Too freaking short, really disappointing. The action was pretty good. It was intense. I found myself kind of like, oh my god, all the time, you know, like, wow, this is like intense, but it was so short, and everything seemed like to like hit you like so quickly. Like, there's not a lot of lengths of time. It was just, everything felt so rushed in that campaign, and it was really disappointing. But I mean, overall the missions were pretty organized and pretty fun, or just, you know, good at occupying time. But I feel that the whole occupation of America, like what they were trying to put across, there was such a vast, what am I thinking? Vast amount of story that they could have put into it, or like a vast range of ideas and stuff that they could have had for the story, and that the one that they picked was really not that impressive of a storyline. So I was disappointed with the campaign. That's what I was really looking forward to the most. I had no idea what to expect from the multiplayer, but whatever. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd give the campaign, out of 5, I'd give it probably a 2 or 3. It was so disappointing, but the multiplayer makes up for it. Luckily for that, the multiplayer does make up for it. I thoroughly, like I said earlier, I thoroughly enjoy this game. I like the multiplayer. When I first hopped on the multiplayer, I was like, wow, this is pretty smooth. It plays hella smooth, and I was used to playing Medal of Honor, because I've been playing that a lot lately, because I kind of tossed Call of Duty aside. I'm sick of Call of Duty. Like, every single Call of Duty game I'm just like flat out sick of. But I've been playing a lot of Medal of Honor and Battlefield, and so you know how the Frostbite 1 engine is, where it's like really slowish, you know, not very like fast paced and everything, and not smooth. But when I hopped on this felt like a completely different animal. It was just, it feels so smooth, and the guns are they sound so nice. Like when you fire them, I don't know why, but it's just, I like the way it sounds. But yeah, camos, I mean, there's a whole lot that this offers. It's kind of like trying to take some ideas from Call of Duty, and like Medal of Honor and stuff, and like different, because they're like bringing in like the perks. They have a perk system in here. They have a sort of kill streak, point streak, point chain point, whatever the fuck it's called in Medal of Honor thing, like system going on. And they have like all these different attachments for your weapons, which brings me to the one thing that I am disappointed about in the multiplayer is that they do not offer multiple attachments, so I can't throw on a optic and a silencer. So that's kind of disappointing, but whatever. But anyway, so there's a lot of attachments. Mainly it's just like different variations of attachments. So like you have 3 different holographic sights that do exactly the same thing, they just look different, so it's aesthetics. So that's kind of cool. One thing right there, if you see the shadow on the screen, that's every time like when I go up against a wall and I look at it and I see my shadow, it makes me feel really cartoony. That's one thing that kind of bugs me, but it's all right. It's not a game-breaking thing. So sorry, I keep getting jumbled around. But anyways, good qualities, smooth gameplay, a lot of decent weapons, very balanced gameplay, very balanced weapons. Other than the vehicles, vehicles aren't that overpowered. It's usually the drones, like the Hellfires and the Hellfires and the White Phosphorus and all those things that just like beat the heck out of you. But I don't know, it's pretty balanced because you can destroy them or you can avoid them, and you know it's I don't know, it's pretty good. I've enjoyed this gameplay, and the cool thing about this gameplay is that, or this game is that I can play it 2 different ways. I found where I can play as a run and gunner, and I can play as a total a sister, I guess. Not like a sister, like I'm a girl, but like a sister, like I'm getting a bunch of assists. So, and what I mean by that is, like, basically on team deathmatches, I can sit in the back and there's this point streak or purchase slot thing where it's just like this little parrot, or it's not a parrot, but it's a little recon helicopter, remote control helicopter. I can just sit in the back and fly that around and just tag the heck out of enemies, and that's basically spots them on the map, so then all my teammates can see them, and that gets you a butt ton of assists, and it gets you a butt ton of XP and battle points and just all this stuff. And so it's a very passive way of playing the game, but you know, it's cool how the game can reward you for being a passive player, just like, you know, not being a passive player. So I definitely get 2 different sides, and I actually find it fun and relaxing just sitting in the back, flying this helicopter and just tagging people, not worrying about KD, or you know, worrying about shoots and getting into gunfights and losing and all that stuff. I can just stick to myself, and I know that I'm not, you know, kill whoring with a random like Apache helicopter or something, but I'm actually helping out my team and really helping us win. Because that's a good way, that's a really good strategy I found in this game. If you want to win team deathmatches and stuff, get a guy in the back with a UAV or recon parrot helicopter thing, just doing those call outs of where the enemies are, and that's so helpful. So if you want, I think that'll be perfect for clan battles and team battles and stuff, because that's a valuable player, and it helps you out a lot. But you know, when everybody else starts doing it, it's kind of hard, and it gets to the point where it's like you need to be the best player. But you know, it's whatever. It's fun. It's a fun way to play. But yeah, I guess that's a lot of the good qualities. The bad qualities basically are there's no tactical layout, so I can't do my drop shotting. So I find myself, when I'm going to knife people or crouch, I knife, and when I knife, I crouch. Does that make sense? When I hit the crouch button, like to draw in tactical layout, which is this, in default layout, it's the knife button. So I hit that right stick to drop down, and I end up knifing. And then when I hit the B button to knife, I crouch. I don't know. It's just confusing. It's gonna get me. This is probably gonna end up getting me used to this. So then when I go back to Call of Duty, I'm not gonna be able to play on tactical, and then I'll be one of those knifing losers that react with the knife. But I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna stay focused on this and talk about the I don't know. This game is awesome. I think it's nice to finally break away from the over hyped and boring and unchanging multiplayer of Call of Duty and go into something different. It offers the majority of these different multiplayers offer the similar things, but then they're different, and they're not like, they don't repeat all the time like Call of Duty, and it's you don't get the same game every year. Well, you might when they come out, but it's not going to be every year. It's going to be different. But anyway, this game's fun. I'm enjoying it. I like the fact that there's perk systems. There's a lot of interesting perks, and it's not like Call of Duty where you match, like there's a bunch of blue perks, red perks, and gold perks or green perks or whatever the heck they are. But instead you got like four perk points that you can use, and basically there's different perks, and certain perks cost 1, certain perks cost 2, and certain perks cost 3 perk points, basically. And so you can match them up and get the certain perks that you want, spending the the perk points. And so it leaves you to have different combinations if you want of like little perks, and it's awesome. That and unlimited sprint, and what else is awesome about this? You can run and reload, I think. I don't remember. In the campaign you can. I don't know if you can in this one. Oh, you can go prone. That's a cool thing. I mean, it promotes camping kinda, but at least you can finally go prone again. I know in Battlefield and DICE is just like anti-prone, which is it was just cool, but it's nice to go prone every once in a while. And for whatever reason you don't get prone blocked. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because your legs could be sticking out of the wall because you're not getting blocked by a barrier or anything. But yeah, that's it for my shitty review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later.